Welcome. Today we're diving into a tool that's probably already sitting on your desktop, Microsoft Excel 2019. We're going to unlock some of its hidden power.
You know, when most people think of Excel, they picture a big grid, right? A place for making lists, maybe adding up a column of numbers. But what if I told you that's like saying a smartphone is just for making calls? You'd be missing the whole point.
So in this explainer, we're going to open up that hidden toolbox. We're going to go way beyond the basics to find the features that will seriously change how you work. We're talking about being faster, smarter, and getting way more insight from your data.
Okay, first things first. Let's take charge of our command post. Mastering the workspace isn't about memorizing every single button. Nope. It's about making Excel bend to your will, so you're more efficient from the second you open a spreadsheet.
Now, if you're coming from an older version of Excel, you're going to notice a difference right away. Excel 2019 has this much flatter, cleaner, more minimalist look. And that's not just a style choice. It's actually designed to cut down on the visual noise so you can focus on what really matters, your data.
All right, let's talk about some quick wins for efficiency. The ribbon up top is your main hub, yeah? But for real speed, you want to customize that little quick access toolbar with the commands you use all the time. Oh, and here's a pro tip. Even if you're using a mouse, try switching to touch mode. It adds a little extra space between the buttons, which means fewer misclicks. And please, stop scrolling for ages. Just hold Control and press an arrow key to literally leap to the edge of your data. It's a game changer. Finally, if you've got complex sheets, use custom views to save a specific layout, zoom level, frozen panes, the whole deal. And bring it back with just one click.
So our workspace is looking good. Now let's talk about actually getting the data into the spreadsheet. The goal here is simple. Work smarter, not harder. We're going to let Excel do the heavy lifting and, more importantly, protect us from making mistakes. You've heard the saying, right? Garbage in, garbage out. Well, data validation is like the bouncer at the door of your cells. It stops bad data from ever getting in. You can set up rules like only dates from this year are allowed, or better yet, create a drop-down list of valid choices. This prevents typos and keeps everything consistent from the get-go.
And speaking of smart features, this next one feels like actual magic. It's called Flash Fill. Let's say you have a column of full names, and you need to pull out just the first names. All you do is type the first example in the next column. Then, as you start typing the second one, boom! Excel sees the pattern and offers to fill in the entire rest of the list for you. It is an unbelievable time saver for cleaning up data.
Okay, now we're getting to the real heart of Excel, the formula engine. This is what turns a boring, static grid into a living, breathing calculator that can update and react to your data in real time.
To really get good with formulas, you have to nail this one concept. You have a relative reference, like A1. It's fluid. If you copy a formula down a row, A1 will automatically change to A2. But then you have an absolute reference, the one with the dollar signs, $A, $1. Think of those dollar signs as anchors. They lock that reference in place. No matter where you copy that formula, it will always point back to cell A1. Understanding this difference is absolutely critical. And here is maybe the best shortcut you'll ever learn in Excel. When you're in a formula, and you've clicked on a cell reference, just press the F4 key on your keyboard. It will instantly cycle through all the options, absolute, mixed, back to relative. No more fumbling around trying to type those dollar signs. Seriously, this one is a must learn. Now, beyond a simple sum, Excel has this incredible library of functions. Let's just look at 4 that are total game changers. SumIfs lets you add things up based on multiple conditions, like sales for just this product in just this region. VLOOKUP is like your own private data detective. It looks up a value in another table and pulls back related info. TextJoin is a super elegant way to combine text from different cells, maybe with a comma in between. And finally, IFRR is your cleanup crew. It gets rid of those ugly error messages and lets you show a clean 0 or a custom message instead. Okay, so we've got our data in, it's clean, our formulas are humming along. Now for the payoff. It's time to find the story that's hiding inside all those numbers.
Think about it. Our brains are way better at processing visual cues like color than they are at reading a bunch of numbers. And that is exactly what conditional formatting taps into. It lets you automatically change how a cell looks, its background color, the font. You can even add little icons, all based on the value inside it.
And the result is just powerful. Suddenly, you're not looking at a wall of numbers anymore. You're looking at a heat map where your highest sales figures glow bright green. You can instantly spot outliers, see trends, or find negative numbers in a flash. It basically turns your spreadsheet into a visual story.
Now, if conditional formatting tells the story, pivot tables let you ask the questions. This is, without a doubt, one of the most powerful tools in all of Excel. You can take a massive table with thousands of rows of data and in just a few seconds summarize it any way you can imagine. You just drag and drop fields to slice and dice your view. You can add these cool visual filters called slicers and timelines and uncover trends you would have never seen otherwise.
All right, for our last section, let's talk about making all this great work repeatable and ready to share with other people. This is all about saving time with automation and then sharing your insights in a professional and secure way. You know that one report you have to create and format the exact same way every single Monday morning? Well, that is a perfect job for a macro. Just think of it like hitting a record button for your actions in Excel. You do the task once, and Excel writes down all the steps. From then on, you can replay that entire sequence with just a single click. It saves a ton of time and makes sure things are always done the same way.
And finally, before you hit send on that workbook, just run through this quick pre-flate checklist. First, inspect the document to get rid of any hidden personal info or comments. Then, run the compatibility checker to make sure someone with an older version of Excel won't have any problems. Next, protect the sheet, locking everything down except for the specific cells you want people to edit. And for that final polished report, save it as a PDF. It looks professional and nobody can mess with your formulas.
So there you have it. We've gone from setting up our workspace to building dynamic formulas and visualizing our data with pivot tables. We've seen that Excel is so much more than a simple grid. It's this incredibly powerful environment for analysis. Which leads me to my final question for you. Thinking about everything we just covered, from the magic of flash fill to the power of pivot tables, what's the one feature that can make the biggest difference in how you work starting today?